Hey, it's your girl Candy, and I am here with my girls Aries and Monique Johnson. We are here to discuss Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 4, Prime Time, or WTF Chanel. Like, that might have should have been the name of it. I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it. Ladies, Aries, how did you feel about Prime Time?
Man, you know what? Honestly, I'ma say, I'ma say Chanel. I kind of feel where she came from when it came to bopping, because I know that it's many a ninja that I wish that I could have bopped like that. It's just that I wouldn't been able to go through and do the time. Okay, they say
Okay.
if you cannot do the time, don't do the crime, and so it's kind of like I'm vicariously living through this moment because yes, like this is the outcome. This is the outcome of living out your dreams sometimes. So
She said,
Chanel, you definitely did what I feel like needed to be done, or did you? I feel like this was definitely a get you gotcha type of episode.
most
Could be.
definitely. Monique, what you thought? What's your thought?
I like the episode. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate the flashbacks of how Chanel and JT relationship came to be, and when did it went downhill and stuff like that. So I enjoyed the episode. If it went down the way she dreamed it, well, nightmare in her cell. If it went down that way,
Mm-hmm.
it might be a little sticky for Chanel because he was not fighting you. He was not with me. I'm thinking, y'all missed the fighting. No, you just wop, wop,
Right.
wop, wop, wop.
Kind of mug.
All right, okay.
Ah, for real.
So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was a dope episode. I enjoyed the flashbacks. I enjoyed I enjoyed, the music. I just love this damn show for real. Like the music for one gets me. Like it starts out with "She's a Bee" by
Hmm.
Missy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a dope ass show. Like the title itself, I mean the name of the show, "Reasonable Doubt" already is just that's epic itself because it's
Right.
Jay Z, and just the music alone does it for me. And then we got all this black beauty, all this excellence on the screen. As Inga say, Mars Chestnut. I mean Corey Chestnut.
Corey Chestnut.
Right.
Corey
Corey
Jeez.
Chestnuts.
Chestnut.
We got all that
Oh,
beautifulness on the screen, and I'm just enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the roller coaster they're taking us on, the twists and turns, and what we saw, we didn't see, or what we thought it was not what we thought, and I
Right.
do appreciate them for that. So the episode starts out with Chanel rolling. She's like she's having a nightmare, or she's having a bad dream about, or just flashing back in her head like what took place to put her in this on this hard ass cot she on. And it she and JT are having an argument, and she started to wop him with a doggone trophy. And the song played perfect when she started whopping him over his head.
yes.
Yes.
Listen, that
Child.
did it for me. I was like, ooh, I like that music and I like that.
Right.
Listen, but then she woke up and she's, like she was having a panic attack or whatever because she was dreaming
Hmm.
and was like, that's not really what happened. So, what do y'all think about the opening scene of how Chanel was in the bed and the fight scene, Monique and then Aries?
You said when she was in the opening scene with
Yeah, what
the
we
wop
thought we
wop wop
saw.
wop. I'm like, oh snap, we finna see how it actually went down. And then it was a dream. Like, dang, if it's like a dream or a nightmare, whatever you want to call it, can we
Mm-hmm.
really trust it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm like, okay.
Aries, what are your thoughts on the initial scene, just that opening part? Like, what did you think automatically when you saw it? What were your initial thoughts?
I was feeling the same as Mo. I was thinking like, okay, is this a credible flashback or is this just like some dream sequence? You fantasizing about what you wish you would have did, or
Mhm.
So once she woke up, I just was like it was just a sigh because I just was like, dang, like what was that? I wish that at the moment I knew too. Was this a credible flashback or was this you just wishing that this is how it went down or your perception of how it went down and that ain't really what it was? Like, I don't know.
Right.
It just added to the confusion, but it just felt good to see some like a different version of it because we keep getting little glimpses. So I
Hmm.
like how they was dropping the breadcrumbs for us right out the
Yeah,
gate.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I enjoyed that as well. And I thought the same thing. Like, is this real? Is this fake? What's going on? Like, is this gonna help us or it's gonna hurt us? You know, I wasn't sure. So the next thing we get to is when we see Spencer walking to the vehicle, walking to his dad's car, and as soon as he gets in, he lets him know that he's interested in Hamilton, not basketball. And Dad was like, so his first thing, I think he said, wigs and tights. And isn't that going to cross over into basketball? He was like, yeah, but I want to do it or whatever. And you could tell initially, son didn't like what the dad said about wigs and tights, and like basketball was so important to him. Um, Thoughts on that, Monique?
Um, I just hated that he like put doubt in his son's mind that he can't do both, or he should do one or the other, preferably basketball. Then being in the play. I mean, don't you want your kids to be like all around talented? Let's see which one they want to go into.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you want to be
Lewis,
versatile.
in this episode, last episode, he was like super dad. This episode is like, uh, you got some of your parent on you. That's what I'm gonna say. You got some of that parent on you, your parent
Mm-hmm.
on you, because you know how old school parents be, how we grew up, and then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we find ourselves repeating the same that they
Yeah.
said to us. We be like, wait, we
Mm-hmm.
got to break that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
Like,
sometimes you do have
yo,
to break
so
those cycles when you see it.
cycle, yeah. So
Hmm.
I felt.
Miss Aries, what are your thoughts on the initial conversation between Spencer and Lewis?
I was like, Lewis, I thought you was more progressive than this. But I see you just, ugh, you just like all the rest of them. Oh my God. Yeah, I felt let down by Lewis. I was like, dang, okay, I thought you would have been just, I don't know. But what I do like about this show is that it's just so realistic. Like that is definitely the reality of what the like however old Jackson is supposed to be, mid 40s or whatever. That's how that parent is interacting or reacting to a kid in that situation. Like if not worse. Like that was good compared to what really be happening when in a situation like this, an athletic Spencer decide, you know what, I'm about to tap into my Shakespeare bag. Okay, and it just is not as encouraged as being an athlete where you could hurt yourself, okay, and not ever do that, but all having all this talent balled up. Just let him do his thing. Like, not to
Mm-hmm.
bring up Chris Brown, but I mean that fool be fencing and all kind of stuff. Like he just do his thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's grown, but I don't know if he would have been able to do that with a father in his life.
Yeah.
Damn, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Um,
Right.
yeah, I wish I initially didn't see anything. Well, I ain't gonna say I didn't see anything wrong with it, but I was like, dang, did he really just say that? But I get it, but like you said, you think he's more progressive than that. But then again, he's a father. He's not saying he's not an alpha male, but he's not really. To me, he's not one of those strong alpha men, like
Yeah.
manly man, all day long, beat my chest. He's not one of those men to me. So I did not expect him to say it, but to me, okay, he said it. All right, cool. my phone do not disturb. But I mean, I get it. But then I'm glad he corrected it later on. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
To me, I think Hamilton would take him further than basketball, especially if he's not doing anything, because he can easily go to Broadway and easily become something bigger than basketball, especially if basketball is not, if he's not there 100%, because I don't think anybody would give up basketball if they knew they were able to go pro or they knew they had D1 opportunities. I don't think they would give that up for Hamilton or, whatever. But I think he knows, and maybe basketball ain't really what he want to do. Who knows? Shit.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you want a well-rounded kid. I mean, it's nothing wrong for your kid to explore other avenues besides sports. They already think that we only good at sports, anyways.
Right.
But yeah, I would like. I mean, if it's there, you get the opportunity to do it. If you want to explore other things, so. And most schools, people ain't got theater.
Right.
So a lot of arts is lacking in public schools. I know that, but he go to a private school, I think so.
Yeah. So we get to the scene where we have Jax and Daniel talking about the money train, and this $30 million is at stake, and Adrian is gone, and he's been gone for 3 weeks, y'all. That's some B to the S. He's been gone for 3 weeks, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with this money. Does Chanel know about the money? Evidently, she doesn't know about the money. This is a whole kerfuffle. Daniel is like the MVP of every episode because he be coming up with the information. He be getting the information by any means necessary. And I really, really love Daniel as a character because he is he's on it, doggone it. What are your thoughts, Avery?
Yeah.
I said the same thing. Daniel is gone. Whatever we need to find out, he's gonna be the one to do it. Okay, he gonna make a connection. How he going out on dates? We thinking that he just pushing up on these. I first thinking he was being thirsty, but I see what you're doing. Like you trying to woo your way into the information, basically. But I knew something was going to lead to Adrian and this money trail. It's like, yeah, I don't know, you're suspect. More than just being Chanel's lover, I think you had more to gain from JT being unalived than we know.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes, you're more dead than you are alive. Mo, what are your thoughts on your boy Daniel? Going hard, and then I'm sorry. Then we had Jax watching the video of Chanel as well. So, she's trying to figure things out. What are your thoughts on the thing with Mr.
Adrian? Daniel? Adrian? Like
Daniel.
Okay. Well, Daniel is my guy. I'll be mad if something happened to Daniel, but I'll be scared for Daniel sometimes when he be going out on these missions. Like, you was unarmed, okay? You need to go to the range and go get a license or something because you be going out here scoping out these people. You don't know how dangerous they are. So, and one day I feel like he might get caught up one time. He think he really following somebody and somebody really following him. And I would hate to see it for Daniel boy, but he be getting the job done though. So I'm just saying, like, he do be on these missions sometimes. I be like, please don't let nothing happen to Daniel.
And it's scary to me. Like you said, it's scary that he's always solo dolo and he apparently doesn't carry a blicky or anything, because I think he did mention that the other week that he's not, he's not an officer or anything. He's just a doggone law firm clerk or a PI, whatever you want to, whatever his title is.
It's like whatever.
He's like he's an all around guy. He's that dude.
He's wherever you need him to be, child.
Okay.
He's gonna have him a cute little sweater on.
Listen. And then we get to the part where they have the round table at the law firm, and we have Morris, Corey, and the group talking about what's going to go on with, how they're going to go along with Chanel. What are they going to do? And then he's saying that he wants to have an interview with her, and it's a primetime interview. And he ends up letting her know that he thinks it'll help Chanel more than anything, but now you just need to convince Chanel. It doesn't sound like a good idea because of the way she's viewed in the audience and to us as well as the public, because we got to remember this is, she's in the public eye, so she doesn't look good. Ran off with the plug, and and now you back in behind bars. But what's going on with you and this dude, like your husband's friend, and it's not looking too good for you, Chanel. What are your thoughts, Aries, on Chanel and not Chanel, the way Corey is putting things together for Chanel? Like he has a strategy, but it's like you really can't follow his strategy because it's not one that we see on the norm. It's not the norm straight. He's not a straight down that road lawyer. He's like, he'll make all these lefts and rights and dips and things just to get to the point. And sir, I don't know, just be a lawyer. It's like he got a strategy. Shit, just do something.
It's like, if y'all don't let Corey cook, y'all better let Corey cook. Okay, this is expertise. I don't think he got nobody off yet. That's why he keep going back to the jailhouse, talking to that one lady. He trying to convince her, like, please, look, I need this. I almost got you off. Okay? Like, I need this. I think that Corey trying to build his masterpiece right now. He feel like he can win this case if Chanel is perceived to be the woman that she was. Like, okay, she was this boss chick that got broke down and dependent on the NFL player. Now she ain't got nothing. Okay, so she has to sit it out. And Jackson already blew that plan out the water because she can't really stay out of it. If she just let Corey cook and put the seasoning, let Chanel marinate, let her marinate for a minute, and let the public perception just change about her. He could probably change the narrative. Like, just imagine us on YouTube, if this was real, talking about Chanel's court case. Like, dang, I'm starting to feel bad for her. At first, you was looking real stupid. At first, you were looking real suspect because, okay, yeah, you wanted to take the money and run. But as more people, as she sit there and bake, basically, more people will be able to relate to her experience. But no, you got to be getting out, leaving your kids, leaving and taking a run for it. And I don't know. It just seemed like this interview, it could go good just with good coaching. But I don't know if Chanel was actually ready for it. I didn't think she was ready for it when they was proposing this.
So we get where we see Jax is not coaching Chanel, but she's talking to her. She's trying to give her the wigs and things like that. And she was like, no, I've done it already. Monique, what are your thoughts on the conversation when she was like, let's peel back the layers and see what made you, how you met, how did you fall in love with him? Because this is the information she needs to give the audience, public, so that she could try to win them over, because that's where it comes from, the public. And then, of course, when you got the jurors, they see the public stuff. What are your thoughts on the flashback that we had with her and JT and how he handled her in the beginning?
Yeah, first I'm gonna go back to Corey and his strategy.
Yeah, you can answer that one.
I'm just saying, I just appreciate, because he is actually trying to, we already know what his goal is, like y'all said, with his client that he couldn't get off last time. And I'm glad he thinking a way to help Chanel, because she, like you said, she did run away and stuff like that. They're just trying to turn the fans around to her side. So perception, I guess. And also Jax, she did kind of get on my nerves a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, this episode in some instances, because it's like, who is present right now, the friend or the lawyer? I was getting confused. I'm like, girl. Okay. So, but Jax, I was gonna get him pushed back and stuff. So, And she went to the jailhouse, convinced Chanel, and she had this terrible wig.
Okay.
Terrible wig. And then they gave, and I appreciate the flashback of like how that wig came to be, because Chanel do got some beautiful long hair. This is
Right.
natural hair. So I appreciate the flashback of how she met JT and doing a photo shoot. She was, you know, doing her own thing. I guess they was doing something for something. It looked
something for something.
It looked like some early 2000s, you know, like The Game.
He got the blonde patch,
like
yeah.
You know, the show The Game. And how
it did give me that.
So it's like flashy, and all that good stuff. Definitely early 2000s, and how he approached her and stuff like that. She was a boss lady, and you know, he wanted to get to know her and stuff like that. And then they hooked up, talking, you know, and stuff like that. And she went to the salon, made her hair appointment, I guess, and that stupid ass hairstylist talking about
right,
you can be whoever you want them to be instead of herself, who she want to be. I'm like, what? I had to rewind that. I'm like,
right. So what are your thoughts on how he handled Chanel, like her working, and you know, he's all this information that she's feeding to him while they're in the bed. Like, just like, what are your thoughts
about her weight? Like, she had, you know, weight issues, like body shaming. It was just, she was like, you know, spilling her heart out, like she said at the end.
Yeah.
He was basically setting her up for the love bomb. So it's just like, he got her. He like hook, line, and sinker. Like at a point, it's like, you got her. I was like, and then it's easy. Well, it's like, it's easy to reflect years later than to be in it at the moment, because I mean, it can happen. This happened to me, you know, and then you wake up, you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
You're like, no, thank you. I don't want that no more.
So
it's like,
you wake up,
but I ain't unalive nobody.
Right. Praise him.
I ain't unalive nobody. I ain't get married to nobody. No.
Okay. Hey, Aries, what are your thoughts on the love bombing and how she, you know, gave him like all of her, I'm not gonna say her personal information, but like, you know, just having conversation with somebody that you're following, that you're liking and getting to know, and you're up all the wee hours of the night, and you got 3 hours before you got to be somewhere. Like, the conversations they were having were typical conversations. But what are your thoughts on just the way he just, we can go ahead and say it, shit, he played her. Like, what are your thoughts on the way he handled the situation?
It was interesting to see, just again, like how realistic this is, because I think that we all have been in that position where it's just like, wow, this is a whirlwind romance type of thing, and to just see it before you, it's easy to call out and spot like, damn, Chanel, like, you laying up in the bed, you telling this fool everything, that he just using it as ammo to like to use it and call it out against you when you at your lowest point, you know? So it was just like, this is just information for him. He's figuring out your weaknesses and stuff. When you being vulnerable, it's just basically that, like, when you can't, because I do be having I always think and remind myself, like, damn, it's people that really get up and start their day off with manipulation. So like, you can't just be so naive to just sit up here and tell everybody don't deserve to know your story. That's all it come down to. Everybody don't need to know it all, Chanel. Like, save some stuff for the imagination. I don't know, because it will get used against you. Like,
if it's the wrong person that you're telling it to.
If it's the wrong person you telling it to,
and then she
even if you think it's the right one.
Yeah.
On Mad Day, they gonna pull that card out on you, and you'll be looking like, what? You was thinking this the whole time? You ain't said shit. You
was being vulnerable with you.
Wow, exactly. So it was dang, it was just downright triggering to watch, honestly, just to see her go through that process of like being love bombed to getting played. Yeah, and now you stuck. And now you can't do nothing but take somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you think that it resorted to. Cause yeah, dang.
Yeah. So later on, we get to the next day, where we see Jax and Lewis having a conversation that morning, and then she goes to work abruptly, and after they're having a conversation, her alarm went off, and it's like seemed like Jax is a on-time person, and I guess when the alarm went off, she had to go to work. Okay, cool. Soon as she leaves, Lewis gets a phone call saying that Spencer has been in a fight. Okay, and of course, we know that he leaves and goes to the school. Then we get over to the next scene where we get the dun 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 dun. Who in the look was behind this money and where the ham and cheese was Adrian as it. Adrian is dealing with the manager for dealing with JT's manager.
Business manager.
Business manager is the culprit behind the 30 milli.
I said, who is this white man?
And he's been gone for 3 weeks to Jamaica, man. Like, sir, why are you in Jamaica? Like, why? Why were you across? Why were you over there? Like, what?
Why,
I'm
man?
you got to have you low key, but sir,
I mean, if
you
you're gonna
do
be gone,
things.
stay gone.
Thank
Right.
you. Why are you back? Why are you back? So he telling the man to be patient. The man like, no, I need my money now. I need my money like yesterday. I need my cash in my hand now. And you know, it don't work out for Adrian the way we thought it was gonna work out because he got stopped and bopped real quick. And a blicky pulled out on him. What are your thoughts with this Adrian and I don't know the man's name, the business manager, and do we just tell me your thoughts, Monique, on what do you think is really going on with it? Because it gave us a lot, but it didn't give us enough. But what are your idea? What are your thoughts on what it may be? What
At this moment part in the episode, I was clueless. Like, okay, who's this white guy?
Right.
Why he's slapping you up and down and pulling the blicky on you, and like you his B, and you came up short. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, right. Like, you came up short like he your pimp. He said, pop. And then I was like, oh, tone change. Okay. Adrian, change the tone. Okay.
Please
of the conversation. It was
stand
just
up.
like, yo, who this dude? Because I still was clueless. Like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, so you at the Chanel money that's in the bank or what have you from that foundation that got slipped into a bank account. They're still sitting because at first we didn't know if it was sitting or not because when they was trying to run away, I thought they took it out or a portion of it out, but it's still sitting there. So it's just like, oh God. Yeah, I was cracking up like, you was talking all cool, then he slapped the that's right.
Once you tell him
some sense to you, like, who you talking to?
Once you tell him to hold on, then it's like, wait a minute, sir. You don't tell me to pause. You don't tell me to wait and be patient. Be patient. 30 minutes? What? No, you don't tell nobody. No. So
you forgot who I was.
Daniel doing what Daniel do is outside with his long lens, taking a couple pictures of the two people coming out of the house, and he telling Jax that it's like a Tony Montana type mansion. Aries, your boy Daniel is on the case again. And so, what are your thoughts? Like I asked Monique, what are your thoughts on the initial of what this could be with Adrian and the business manager?
Adrian, his pimp.
It's giving Diddy vibes. It's giving Diddy do it. I said, dang, what in the world is going on? Why is this man slapping you around like this? I said, okay, I guess Adrian had to take one for the team and get slapped up or something. I don't know, but I'm very confused and left out of the loop on what this man is doing. And Chanel out of the loop too. I'm like, okay, she ain't got nothing to do with the money. It's feeling like she's taking a fall right now because you don't got nothing to do with the money. That's why you getting charged so heavily. And then it seemed like you might not have even been the one to boo bop and take him up out of here. So right now I'm just like looking at Chanel like, I hope that you ain't, just like taking up for somebody. I don't know. Because it seemed like this really do seem like a scheme that Todd set up all the way from the giddy up, from Adrian even getting with Chanel or showing interest in her, that him and Diddy been working together. That's why Diddy, because the way that he was slapping up on Adrian, it ain't no way that Adrian ain't going to get no cheesecake. Adrian is getting the cheesecake from somewhere, okay?
I'm done.
Not going to get the cheesecake.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Okay, so we get this sexy
then
fine.
Daniel.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, your boy Daniel.
My bad. Yeah, this is what I was gonna say. I agree with y'all. This is where I got worried about Daniel. Like, please don't let none of these people see him snooping around and snatch and grab him up, because he ain't even got no taser on him.
Not even a taser.
Not even no mace.
Not even a sprayer. Not even a sprayer.
Right.
No kind of sprayer.
Lord. But yeah, I think you're about to transition to Corey Chestnuts.
Not Corey Chestnuts.
Yeah, so we see the sexy fine lady with Bob. That's Bob being talking to Corey Jacks. And he's not Corey Jacks. Dang, I gave a man a whole new name. Corey Chestnut. Corey Cash. And it's like they had like a little tension or something. They were just talking kind of strong to each other. And of course, she's the one that's going to be conducting the interview. And I can't remember. I think the lady, she's from the Oval. I think I'm not sure, but we get them, and then we get Jax. And I'm like, would I like to see the trio? My mind went there. I'm sorry.
That's a whole lot of chocolate.
That's a whole lot of chocolate.
That is a whole lot of chocolate.
Yeah, that was like I would like to see that. I watch. I tune in. Put it on prime time. And then we get, because we see Chanel leaving out of the prison cell, and the lady, I forgot what she called her, but she said, Miss Jackson or something. She called the lady fake Cleo. And then we get to 2010, because the other scene was 2007, where we're flashing back to Chanel and JT, and she's letting the interviewer know like how it started. If they were in love, like was it really love? Why do you feel this way? Why does she stay on your mind? Was New Edition. So we see Chanel and JT outside on a bench, and he's telling her he wants her to come to her games. He's, that he's better when she's there, he's around, and he wanted her to be the way the other players' girlfriends and wives are. And she was like, I have a career, I have a job to do. This, that, and the third. And she's trying to tell him all the reasons as to why she cannot stay. She needs to go back home. And his little raggedy ass, you about to make me do this. I don't want to do this. I'm like, well, you couldn't break up with her because she, no. Monique, what are your thoughts on what Mr. JT proceeds to do? Can you go ahead and finish that up?
The scene up?
Yeah. The conversation, the scene, whatever. What are your thoughts about everything on that? On what Mr. JT did?
I just thought when he did that, when he pulled that and trying to get her to give up her job to be with him like full time and stuff like that, it was like this was the start of the manipulation for me. It's just like, yo, what the heck? I mean, you already know what she had going on. And then trying to pull this mind trick like I'm better when you there and stuff like that, and what the other guys, significant others, are doing. And like, child, and then did he propose? Yep, he proposed. I had to remember, like, did he propose? You want me to give her a job? You gave me a ring. I guess the ring kind of went to her head, her common sense went out the window when she saw the ring. And she said, yeah, so it's like, we know they got married. So it's just like, I can't believe she gave up her career to be a housewife, basically, football wife, basically, and have his kids. and stuff like this. It's just another way to manipulate her and put her in this box so he can watch her and control her each way he sees fit. So
financial manipulation, financial abuse. Yep. Aries, what are your thoughts on Mr. JT and how he persuaded Chanel?
I was like, manipulation 101, because it was like as soon as she started to awaken from under the spell, here he come with a ring. Then boom, she back in the days. Like, oh my God. Yeah, it was like it just seemed like a challenge for a person like JT, maybe leading with his pockets and what he could do for somebody, because he might not have been all that attractive. Like realistically, like these football players, they don't all be cute. And just he looked like he was a little short guy too. Like it just probably wouldn't have been something that he could do outside of being an NFL player, like the lowest paid athletic sport at that. Like, so, I'm about to get me one, is what I feel like he was on. So he bagged him a baddie, and now I got to break her down and domesticate her. And that was just like his whole little mission, and mission complete. Like it just really came full circle for him. But yeah, I was just irritated with JT and sad with Chanel. Like, girl, how old is you? Even though I guess it could happen at any age, it just was like just Chanel, you do not need to do this. You standing on your business right now, telling this man like, look, I can't, like my career demands this. What do you want me to just stop and be like at your beck and call? And he was basically like, yeah, I want you to be my wife. And she was just like, all that shit that I said don't mean shit no more. Like I was like, oh my God.
Out the window, child.
Out of the window. Dang.
Yeah, I was like, dang, girl, we just gonna drop it like it's hot because it's hot, and this is the man that you want to be with or whatnot. So yeah, that was he was like, you about to make me do something I don't want to do. I'm like, sir, shut up. Really, that's how you handle me. You about to make me do something I don't want to do.
That's the manipulation tactic. Like
okay, well, don't do it then, because in my mind was like, well, don't do it then. I'll be out. I gotta play the cat shit.
It was given like when Martin proposed to Gina. Will you marry me, Gina? Damn.
Thank you.
That's how it was. So I was like, oh, was this a proposal?
Hey, Tamika. Hey, Dominique.
What's up, Tamika?
Hey, Dominique.
What's up?
Hey, will you marry me, Gina? Damn, I forgot all about it.
Acting just like him, looking about just like him too. Little flat top.
Right. So we get back to the prison. We're in present day, and she's having a conversation with the lady, and she's bringing up, the things like the proposal, like you just, now you're NFL wife, this, that, and, she's trying to get into her head, and this is not going to plan that really what Corey wanted. She's really doing her job, but it's like, you're not doing what we discussed. And, you could tell she's getting into, Chanel's head. And then Chanel has these other flashbacks or flash forwards where she is, asking her about the being hit, like, when did the abuse start? And she tells, after, because they start looking at the pictures, whatever. And she lets her know, like, it started the night of his retirement party. And we get a flash back to that in 2017. And we see him looking down in the dumps, and he doesn't look happy for whatever reason. You just had this whole party. He doesn't look happy. However, you can tell Chanel is pissed off that she has to clean up, and she's asking, for help in a roundabout way. She's asking for it, but he said, I'll just take the trash out. And she's like, well, I done did this. I've been up early taking the kid here, your daughter there. you know, I've cleaned, and now you wake up at 12 asking for some damn bacon. Like this, that, and the third. And he's gonna tell her that, you know, you taking them pictures with them ninjas don't do what I do. Don't pay for this house. Don't pay this mortgage. And I'm like, really? Well, what triggered him was when she said, well, ain't like you got to get up and play a game no more. I said, oh shit, it's about to be on the top of that.
Right.
Because what you don't do is step on the nigga's toes. And she stepped on the toes with some high heel stilettos.
She was feeling good that day.
She was doing an 8-town stomp on them toes, and he was like, what? Not that it was right, but yeah. Avery,
I mean, she was stating the facts, y'all. She was stating the facts.
She wasn't lying.
It wasn't like in a malicious way. And then she called herself like, damn, that could have been like gone. That could be like considered as the wrong way. He took it the wrong way, but she was just tired, you know. Right. Sometimes you don't like be mean to be malicious, like stating the facts. Like you ain't got no game to go to. It's like you can't help, Negro. Like, come on, help us. Like I'm doing all this. And still, you know, trying to maintain the house. I'm dealing with you and the kids and the household. And I can't get no time for myself, you know?
And it's all about you. And you don't want to all these people celebrate me. And, sir, they celebrate you all the time. Okay.
Right. Whether you retire or not, you going to always be relevant in some way, form, or fashion.
Right. Nobody care about that. You and they, I don't. I'm a wife and I'm sitting here, you know, listen, bending over backwards, doing this for you. That was. Aries, what are your thoughts?
I was first of all thinking like, dang, if he really cared about Chanel, why they ain't got no person? Like maybe if y'all ain't got a around the clock housekeeper, maybe just on this special occasion, you could have got like, you know, Handy
cleaning service.
Yes.
Molly the maid. Where was
Molly maid come through there? Like, what in the world? Why is she like having to even do that? It just goes to show, like, that's why he got you, Chanel, because he expect you to be up in here doing this, up in here cleaning and stuff, and you can't even take out the trash. The maid in the mule and the mattress. Come on, Mom. Look, it was just all in effect. I was like, oh my God, like stand up. And then when she did, I know that it gets to that point in the relationship where you just really don't care. Like, nigga, I'm gonna tell you what I feel like saying right now. And if you decide to jump up, we just gonna have to see what happens.
They 10 years in at this point.
That's 10 years.
You know, I don't know what I say, bro. It is what it is.
Right. It is what it is. So I was like, man, Chanel, like
she been doing it for 10 years.
She been doing it. Because I'm pretty sure that love spell didn't last. Once they got married, like it was a wrap. He turned into his full
after she pushed out that baby. It was a wrap.
It was a real wrap after that. He was fully himself, and she was just starting to wrap her head around like, damn, what did I get into? Like,
right.
She fully started to barely snapping out of it at that point.
Okay.
But
woke up one morning and realized she was married to a stranger.
Right. Like,
a whole fool. So we get to the next scene and we see what's his name? The little Negro I can't stand. Spencer. I don't like that little boy.
She said the little Negro I can't stand. What's wrong with Spencer?
I can't stand Spencer. Spencer gave Jax the blues last season, and I don't like Spencer.
He did.
He was mean to his sister.
And you know, Dad tell him, you know, he's trying to figure out what's happened with the fight, and he's, you know, telling him that, you know, got up in his face or whatnot. And I can't remember exactly what the conversation was, but how he got in his face and he had to, you know, defend himself. Shit, sir, it sounded like a lie, but I'm like, okay, if that's what you want to say, that's what it is. I didn't think we was gonna go the other way, but I just figured this was a lie. I didn't think this was the truth. Thoughts on the conversation between, you know, wide of the fight, like whatever.
Spencer.
Yeah, this is Spencer and Lewis conversation about how Lewis accepted it, you know.
After he told him the situation, after Spencer explained the situation about what happened with the boy at the school for getting into the fight. He came to terms like, I guess even though it's wrong, should have walked away. He, Louis coming from a guy's perspective because he's a man, and he's like, okay, so I get why you did what you did, but when your mama come home, it might be another story. So go clean your room.
Yeah,
lessen the blow. So, he said, so we good and stuff like that. I'm like, I wish Spencer would, like, when we found out later the real reason, I wish Spencer would told him right then, like, why he really fought that boy. It was, like he said, thought it was because his daddy pent up anger from his dad. So, frustration. So, I wish he could have been honest in that moment instead of overhearing him later. So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, dang. Candy don't like Spencer. Poor Spencer. He was going through it this episode, though. He getting his get back from how
he's trying to find his place.
Right. Yes, he's coming of age. I was thinking like, okay, so you didn't tell your daddy why, but then we found out why. I guess he didn't say it because he really took off on this little dude because of the daddy, because of Louis. So I'm just like, I don't know. Spencer, keep your hands off these people, kids.
Hey, Lawrence.
Keep your hands off these people, kids.
Hello, Lawrence.
What's up, the Lawrence Report?
Yeah. Yeah. Bump Spencer. Spencer got on there last episode when he had a headache.
Oh my God, right, Candy.
Boy, if you don't get your grown...
Your big butt don't know how to go in there and swallow a pill.
Well, like, teenagers, when they get sick, sometimes they might go into the panic and revert to being a baby.
I'm trying to work.
They want the parents to baby them at that moment. That's the only time they want the parents to baby them, when they sick.
Yeah, and you see, I'm finna sit in front of this. You see, I'm finna sit in front of this computer and start this daggum gaming thing going on. You see me? I don't want you. Right. I'm getting ready to work. Boy, I'll go somewhere. No, Tamika, I am not. I know Tamika ain't talking. Tamika laying it.
Leave Spencer alone. Right, Tamika, leave Spencer alone.
Tamika will lay everybody out.
Tamika will lay everybody flat. I'm not. No.
She will line. Look, she will line them up and spray them.
Oh my God.
I don't care about no ass.
Right.
No, ma'am, Tamika. No, I don't care for Spencer. But I don't like the way his daddy handled him. But no.
But no.
So yeah, but no. So this little reporter lady has the nerve to ask her, "What made you stay? Why did you stay?" What the ham and
Come
cheese?
on, victim blaming much.
What you mean? Like, why did she stay? Shit, everybody stay. You stay till you can't stay no more. Okay, that's why she stayed.
It's called Stockholm. Okay,
you stay because you got no. You stay because you stay. That's why. Because I stayed.
You stay because you ain't. Because you broke. You ain't got no damn money.
10 years, you best believe I will have something for a rainy day. 10 years each year.
It would be 30 million if it was for real 10 years. I would have had 30 million tucked to the side. Right. Okay. What was you doing, Chanel? What was you doing the whole time? Just sitting up there. JT probably had her on a skimpy, measly allowance or something ridiculous, like making her get on WIC and public assistance and stuff.
WIC and public assistance.
He probably wasn't even letting that girl just buy regular formula.
Ma'am.
He probably wasn't. He give me that. Like, you a woman, go figure it out.
And you definitely gonna say go figure it out, child.
Go figure it out. So she got to go. Look, Sally rounding up all the formula from her nursing job. She taking all the little Enfamil bottles from the people up there in delivery to give to Chanel.
Yeah,
so JT don't give her nothing.
The government gonna make JT pay up that cash. Okay, they gonna make him give it up because we going straight to the courts.
Right.
Don't even worry about it. You gonna give me some money, sir. So we get. She plays the 911 call, y'all, and Jack's like, no, cut it, flag on the plate. No, we're not doing that. This is what we're not gonna do. And but that caused Jax to go into a whole nother mindset, because now she's thinking about everything that she went through with Blue Eyes last season. And just the whole thought of everything that went on with him. Now she's panicking, having a panic attack, and Jax is, pulling her out of it, and they still Chanel still got the mic on, y'all. I said, Lord, this conversation is still recorded. They still finna catch all of it. What are y'all thoughts on the conversation between what time did Inga put the live to, Monique?
8:30.
Okay. We got a few minutes.
Okay.
So the thoughts about Chanel saying she should have left a long time ago when she's talking to Jax. Now she's doubting herself. Now she's doing all this.
Yeah.
These emotions she's going through. What are y'all thoughts on how she just handled it, and then how Jax, had to, hold her hand and bring her back in? Like, no. Y'all thoughts?
I think that was
very powerful. What are your thoughts?
It was powerful. I think that also it just goes to show that these reporters gonna do what they gonna want to do. They got their own agenda.
I'm sorry. And then she told her about the baby.
Oh my God! Right.
I forgot.
That's why I was like, "Oh, why did she do it?" She wants to get like this reaction out of Chanel. That she wants a moment, and it just ain't happened yet. Like she wants a moment, and then on top of that, it's layers to it, because her and Corey been smashing apparently, and she mad at this Negro, so she about getting back at him by proxy of his client up here fighting for her life. And you gonna pull up a whole pregnancy thing, but who baby is that? What? Because man, that lady was getting around town. Shout out to SpongeBob. She was getting around town. So I'm just like, but anyway, let me get back to Chanel. And Jax, like, I was glad that she did pull herself back together and just not leave it on that note. Like, you didn't came this far, like, finish the story, get through it, and just like put your blinders on to the BS, because this heifer's trying to trick you off the square.
Yeah, she definitely trying to trip her off the square, and you realize, I think as Chanel was there thinking about the past and what she had now, it's like she awakened in some kind of way and realized what actually happened to her. And it's like she said, if it is what it is, I'm free of that dude. When she said that, I was like, I get it. You're free of trying to, make that dude happy.
Walking on eggshells.
Satisfy him to his liking. So I get it.
Yeah. So how stupid was Adrian to leave the bank, take his receipt, and throw it in the trash can? Well, tear it up, not even teeny tiny tear it up, and put pieces of it in there. But how stupid was that?
You need to eat that receipt at that point. You ain't catching this nowhere.
Or no receipt, okay?
Yeah. No receipt. Digital, send it to my email. It's options. It's options, Adrian. I don't know. He's getting dumber and dumber.
Dumb and dumber. He could have took that along with it, wherever he was going, burn it somewhere.
That was the dumbest thing I've seen him do. One of the dumbest I've seen since he's been on the damn TV screen. Sir, are you serious? 10 million, and you just
we know he's not that bright. You saw how he was on the run when they was on the run trying to be like Beyonce and Jay-Z and got nowhere.
And now we found out they didn't even have no money. They didn't even touch none of the 30 million. What was the they was supposed to be down there working in working at bars and
not working at bars.
Working at bars and jet ski rentals, I guess.
Working in the sweat factory, child. Listen, who knows?
Right.
So we get back to the to the doggone interview, and they're talking about JT giving back and how he was. I don't know what the giving back got to do with anything, because Chanel said, okay, Bill Cosby did the same thing, and that's a cover up for who they really, really are. Like,
right, and the tax write off. Like, what?
What does that have to do with it? Exactly.
That's a part
Like,
of
that
my
has nothing to do with
image.
anything. Like,
I don't want
It's
people to
image.
think that
It's
I'm
all
a
about
pillar of the
image.
community.
Right.
Let me give something back, quote
and then
unquote.
a flashback to Adrian, out of all people, 3 months before the murder, is giving a speech. And I said the gall. Giving a speech about JT. This is bigging him up. And how you have Chanel and JT holding hands, and everybody, they all, got they tucked something like they had a damn wedding reception, child. What are your thoughts on?
I'm looking like, what the heck is this?
And then they go
fundraiser
to the bathroom and hunch. So we got JT and Chanel looking at each other, giving each other googly eyes, and they looking like they just love each other. And
Adrian
and he
made
kissing
a toast
her.
for JT.
Listen, they kissing and hugging, and I don't know if he slapped on the booty or not before she walked out. But baby, she went to the bathroom and put her hands on that sink, and it was a wrap. Because Adrian came
her
in,
makeup and stuff. I was like, "Girl, what you doing? Gonna get your mouth ready for that? Slime on that knob, crowd."
Right.
I'm like, girl, what you
doing? Like,
what are you prepping for?
Okay. And then it's if y'all notice, it's a window right there. I'm like, that's the window to outside.
Window, a big window,
and sheer curtains.
Right.
And it was crack. I'm like, nobody walked past and saw that.
And you're right, the curtains was blowing.
Right.
Like, come on.
And he threw over on that Saint child and gave her the business.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
because I mean,
that is so bold. And that was 3 months before his unaliving. That's 3 months before his unaliving.
And it was in the broad of the daylight. It wasn't at nighttime. This was in the broad of the daylight. And then we get to the part where we see, Chanel laying in the bed, and she got a black eye, lip busted, and JT said he was sorry or whatever, and that he didn't mean to do that, and he thought she was gone, baby. Yeah, she was gone on that Poloni pony of Adrian's, and he won't tell her that he's sorry. What he started shaking, Karen, like, what he got going on? PTSD, or what he got going on that he carrying on like this in the middle of the night? He taking some kind of medicine? Somebody help me out.
I don't know. I want to say he sustained some kind of injury from his football career.
Yeah. Yes.
That's why I want to say
CTE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, he had to take a big injury from his football career. I guess retirement. That's why it was retirement, because he has this injury.
Yeah, something happened to him. My bad. I was just thinking about overall what he got going on. I'm talking about CTE, but I think it must have been an injury that took him out into retirement.
That's why I was thinking.
He was in pain. I forgot what word he
used. But he's talking about, I'm sorry that I hit you because you was missing from the party. I thought you left me.
Yeah,
but you see she's back, so why would you hit her when you see she came back?
Like.
Well, you're not even making not that there's ever a good excuse to put the pause on nobody, but that was not a good excuse.
That was not.
Like, hit her because you said, I feel like you and Adrian is snooping around. I seen you and Adrian come out the bathroom, so I didn't box you.
Or somebody
now,
said,
okay, maybe I could think like, damn, so now he got you. But you talking about something, I thought you was gone, and now you see me? What?
All right, it's not looking like, but she's back, and then you still whooped her ass. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, okay, we're gonna go with that.
Yeah, he might be sick.
Yeah, he's sick. He's sick in more ways than one. Okay,
I don't know. We're gonna find out, Dominique. We're gonna find out. I didn't know JT had an ex-wife.
Oh, because Candy was supposed to be in this series, right? Yeah. So I don't know, Dominique.
I don't know. I'm interested to find out.
Right. That's not like who's he supposed to be? playing. I don't know.
Me either.
Mm-mm. Child.
Yeah, so we get to where Chanel is letting the lady know that, you know, she it's like she was stripped of her humanity, and he made her to quit the job, and everything that she had going on, he repeated everything back to her about her being chubby in high school, about, you know, her after she had their first child, before it was, you know, something dealing with body shaming, before body shaming became a real thing. He made her feel feel safe, and he took all of that stuff away from her, you know, by being verbally abusive and then physically abusive, and he probably was financially abusive too, because, you know, he mentioned about her quitting her job, like, he mentioned about the job at one point. I enjoyed the last part of the interview when she was just telling, like, I hope they play this interview right and not chop it up and make it seem like something that is not. I hope they play the interview right and play this last part for real, because she bared her soul. She bared her soul, and she was like, the only thing I did was choose my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, girl, explosive. Being
Right.
freaking
Ooh,
old.
yes. Right.
And it
because
made
could not have
the
been.
Tanya trifling behind wake up with her situation, because you see her position change when when Chanel was spilling her heart out, how she got God, how it went down with this guy, and it was just like him or me type of thing, and how they would have you thinking one thing in this relationship and it's something else, and then it changed her position during that part of the interview, at the later part of the interview.
It really
got
did.
her thinking about her situation, how she is Corey Sneaky Link, and how he using her and stuff, and so it's just like make her put her own stuff in perspective. Okay.
Yeah. And so it makes you think for real, Monique. It does. It really did make you think about, hold a minute. Right. Am I being manipulative? As they say.
Right.
Being played, manipulative.
Yeah. Am I being manipulative? It does. And when she said, all that, like the last part, I swear to, I hope they play this interview right for her, because that was so true, and that speaks to a whole lot of people, like not just her personally. That speaks to a lot of people, and I really hope they play that right and in her favor. Where they're like, let her go. No. Right. Hey, Reese, what are your thoughts?
As long as nothing else come up, sure.
Girl,
because it just keep getting worse and worse.
You gotta worry about Adrian and his pimp.
His what they got going on. Right. Whatever him and Diddy got going on. So, yeah, I agree, Candy. They better not top and screw this interview, because it was Chanel really being vulnerable and being honest once again, just laying it all out there. Like, look, like, this is just the truth. And lady, if you can't relate to that, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, basically, that's what it came down to. Like, while you trying to trigger me and attack me as a woman, like, you know that you done been in my shoes before in some form or fashion. And then, that's all it took. And that's why I'm like, yes, thank you, Chanel, for continuing with this interview process, even though it was like difficult. And I know that she probably wanted to put her hands on that lady, the interviewer. It probably took a lot of restraint, because Chanel in prison, she reach out and touch probably a lot. She probably got to keep them heifers up off of her in jail, like shoot, somebody probably always trying to braid her hair, give her some free commissary, something so they could get her up under their wing. Chanel, stand strong up in the prison, okay? So, okay, we stand in solidarity with you. Like I said, I had definitely always wanted, have had several ninjas that I could think of. I wish I could have bopped and took out like Chanel went on and did. So, just seeing you go through that, sis, let me know what the GoFundMe is. I'll support it.
Yeah. And then that, like I said, like I know Monique mentioned it when the interviewer woke up with knowing how she was with Corey, because he even mentioned, I got you this interview. I'm like, did we not just learn anything here? Stop saying what you did for somebody and just because you know you did it don't mean don't mean you got to say it.
I mean, y'all both benefiting from it, so stop.
Yeah, like
right. This is a quid pro quo situation.
Okay,
one hand washes the other.
Right, and nobody got to know about all the. You don't have to say it because we know what took place. Duh, you ain't got to tell me that I know. But then that's not why this situationship is not going to be any longer. Like, no,
right.
Watch the back of my head get small. That's it. Okay. And then he had to watch the back of Jack's head get small because she walked off from him too. I'm like,
Jack's after looking like, you son of a gun. How long you been effing her?
So that was the lady that he was hunching in the first.
And dismiss her as soon as Jax called. He said, "You can go."
I think that was a different lady, y'all. I swear, I thought that was a light-skinned lady.
Telling you.
But damn, how many you got, Mr. Chestnut?
That's why I feel like Cash is out in these streets. Okay,
let us know in the comments, y'all. Was that the same lady that we got Corey introduction? He was breaking her back out, blowing her back out, and he got.
I think we need to get a backstory on Corey Cash because maybe that's why he needs to be getting these ladies off of these domestic violence cases. Did you make somebody crazy and have to come up after you? I don't know. Well, I don't know. Or was it maybe something your mama was going through? What is your backstory, Corey Cash? I want to know. But I feel like he's like a player out in these streets, using his little wing wang to get his way and manipulate the court system.
Tamika said it was the same lady.
Same
damn.
Lady. Okay.
I knew it.
Okay. I believe Tamika.
Oh, wow. But that's make it worse.
When she came in and she saw Jax for the first time,
she was feeling
body language is everything to me. It's like she shifted. I don't know why. Like she had like this little jealousy.
Did he say her name when he answered the phone? Did he say like Jax? What's up? How would she know?
He is.
Or maybe because she knows she fine, I'm fine, you fine, we fine. We got all.
He excused her immediately when he found out it was Jax.
We're gonna do that 3.
You're so silly.
I would love to see. I'm telling you, I would love to see.
I mean,
if Jax was down with the get down.
Listen, Jax is freaky. We know that. We seen why she's
and all Louis got to do is watch.
Yeah, but I think she kind of scaled it back since she having panic attacks and stuff.
When baby, listen, Mars Chestnut's gonna make
And she called her doctor to change her prescription.
Was it to increase it?
Was it increase or change it? I don't know. It was one of them. Lizapam, Lizazine.
Yeah, she called.
Want to get on something else. But why was Jax acting all like head turned when she found out that Corey and the interviewer was hooking up or had something going? Like, girl, don't be getting jealous.
Because he mixing business with pleasure. Like why are you mixing? That's probably why. One of the reasons
find
why.
Anything wrong with what Corey doing? Let Corey do what he got to do. That's one thing. She's trying to find anything wrong with what he doing.
Got an attitude later because it's like, dude, that lady could have got her feelings and blow up the whole thing.
Yeah. Like
you never eat with shit. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I was like mixing business
kind of situations because she could have.
Yeah. It could have went left real quick, real quick. Especially like Monique saying, like the body language when she saw Jax, like that's my competition per se. Knowing, because you don't know, but just seeing them together and then you coming into the pictures, like what's really going on? Is this? I'm telling you, I'm just.
I think she felt like she got bumped off the bench for them getting it in, and Jackson was the new recruit.
Yeah,
right.
That's probably how she felt. But she letting Jackson ain't got that kind of relationship with Corey. So
right. But I want to know what the backstory is on them two, because when like I said, he got on the phone with her, immediately dismissed old girl, and it's like there has to be something. Got to be something.
And it was when her and Louis was on the break, but through their separation, like
it could be something prior to years ago. But it's something with them. It got to be.
It's
yeah. So we get to the part where you know, little aggravation child, Daddy, Lewis
Spencer.
overhears Spencer having a conversation about what really happened, and I was like, I knew this was something about the story didn't seem right, but of course we found out what the truth is. So he tells his daddy he hit the boy, thinking he was, you know, wishing it was him because I can't hit you, so I'm gonna hit this dude over here. Y'all think the little boy might be like Fred Sanford? Y'all think he might be? Because in my mind, why would you get mad if somebody? If you ain't, you ain't. Like, why would you get mad about that?
Because his daddy
Because his
ain't
daddy
instilled in
emphasized
him.
that.
Right.
Right.
Basically, his daddy
Right.
already put a strike against him on, like, what? Basically,
Some tights.
basically,
Yeah, tights and a wig.
it was the microaggressions.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it triggered him.
You know, it's like,
I thought
if
that's what was
something's not
going.
true,
I'm
like, why
like,
would you
okay,
get
where we
mad?
going with this? I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You just what your dad said hit a nerve.
Hit a
That's why I
nerve, and
said
then the dude
Lewis.
saying it again. That amplified it. So I'm about
Wop,
wop.
wop.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
So I'm like,
much.
if something not true, like, why would you?
Misplaced
Why
anger
would that bother you? But I'm like, could he be possibly because
to the wrong person.
I mean, but he could be. Who knows? You know, you never know.
Right. Right. He could
It's all.
be. It's just that
But he did
his dad
said
ain't
no.
made
He
it
said I'm not
okay.
gay. He said even though I'm
Yeah.
not
Could be.
gay.
You think you gonna tell that man you gay?
Right. Now at
His
this
dad
point,
just said you can tell me anything.
No, I can't tell you nothing because when I told you I
clearly
wanted to
I
do Hamilton,
can't.
you say meant you said tights and wigs. So no, I can't talk to you like that,
Right.
sir.
You
can't.
know that I can. So
And
stop
you was
saying
cool
that.
with me
Exactly.
fighting. You cool with me fighting for defending myself. You cool with that. But now you found out the truth, and it's like, nah.
Right. Come
I
on,
don't
Lewis,
trust you.
pick a
I don't even
lane.
trust you, Daddy. I don't trust you.
I
So y'all, we get to
know.
the good juicy part at the end, where Jackson Lewis is having a conversation about what took place with the little fella today, and they getting relaxed, and we see Lewis' face all good, y'all. She tells Lewis that JT puts a baby, implanted his seeds,
Right.
and fertilized their gas seeds, and now Tony is pregnant. And the face that Lewis made was, what the ham and cheese? Did I knock this lady
Oh
up?
my God.
And I said, that's why they said last time on.
Right. Yeah, pay attention to that last time, boy.
And he never told Jax who it was. He was like, you don't know if I've been with anybody else.
Right.
Nope.
Well, he did say he was with someone, but he didn't say
He
who.
did, but he didn't say who. Because
He didn't say
I
who.
think that she tried to ask him in some kind of way.
Because he know how Jax may feel and what she gonna do.
Because that lady was very sneaky. Like, she was amongst the wives, like, that she's sleeping with their husbands on the low with. Like, I did not like her. So yeah, I don't know, Lewis.
I don't think nobody really liked her but the fellas.
Right. She was just
Like,
one of them. Like, why are you around? Exactly. But Lewis been squeaky clean. I feel like he was a good man, Savannah, up until this point. Now you gonna basically have Jax feeling like, I knew I should have never got back with you, Lewis. Wow. Yes, I was with that felon
I just
that
can't
I was
believe
defending. But I didn't get nobody
they
pregnant.
got Lewis painted this one way, got him so this way, and then I
Right.
would hate for him to have this mishap and
This
you
one
shooting up the
thing.
club unprotected. Like, what the?
Come
Yep.
on. Right.
Wop. Yes.
I feel that. Don't let this be what break the camel back, Lewis.
Right.
It kind of remind me of the Gang. If y'all ever saw the show The Gang, and she's talking about I'm pregnant, I'm engaged or whatever, and then all the fellas at the table stopped, and then she said, "Then what's the name of the daddy?" Then they were like, "Y'all all had her."
Yes, y'all.
I will never forget that episode. It was funny.
But what about what we just watched? Supremes, when Bobby Jean mama was talking, you know, they was like, yeah, my girl, all for the men. Then come find out Bobby Jean pregnant, and they were like, that ain't my baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I want the baby.
Everybody was bragging about they got this lady pregnant. She don't even know who she is.
So this is the other juicy part of the episode where they gave us the juicy parts at the end. So we get the conversation of what really happened between Chanel and JT, and they were arguing. She said she's about to leave. She's about to take the kids. She's taking Natasha and Jordan, and he's telling her, you're not leaving. And he slams her into the table, and it's on the popper from there, y'all. He hits her like she's a man. He uppercuts. I mean, oh God, it was terrible. It was horrible. She was almost out of here, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey EJ, I'm sorry. Let's meet EJ right quick before we get to
EJ.
Y'all. Who hit JT? It sounded like a pow because whoever did it was strong as hell, in my opinion.
Another football player. I think it was another
That's what I'm about to say.
player. Because man, I said this is making me feel like I'm watching enough with this little fight scene right here.
It got to be the football player.
It had to be another football player, in my opinion.
Because they knocked him off his rocker.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it sounded like a pow. Of course, it wasn't a pow, but it was just like a hard blow. And
yeah.
Whoever it was had to be. To me, it had to be strong. Because that wasn't no weak punk hit. Some people have saying it was the oldest daughter, which if they've been married for 10 years, I don't know how old the child was when they got together, but she's 10 years
She'll
older.
She'll be old enough to
She wasn't
caring about Chanel though. That's her daddy, right?
But if he's doing that to her and she probably has witnessed some things,
no
telling. But this right here was like Chanel was almost out of here. She was almost out of here.
Like she was almost out of here.
She was
on her last
2 seconds away from being lights out.
The upper room.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see it, and I want to know who did what.
But Chanel,
I think between Adrian and the daughter or cousin. I want to say it's Adrian or the cousin. I didn't think nobody was there at the house. I didn't think no kids was there at the house. But I mean, it could have been. But like somebody had to move the body. So and when they say move the body, do they mean move it from one place to the next, or do they mean turn it over? Like, what does move mean? Because move could be anything.
Yeah.
When they said move the body,
I didn't see no blood trail when the police came.
He had his own because he was pulling. He was crawling on his own in the beginning when we first saw it.
But that was Chanel's story, I guess.
That was her story in the beginning.
I don't know. Yeah. That could be real.
That
could
been
be
a whole lie.
Right. Yeah.
So, but she somebody did wake up as she saw.
But she waited 2 hours to call 911.
She did.
Right. It was a lot of time, Chanel.
It was a lot of time.
Her clothes was different. She had a whole different outfit on.
Like 2 hours, you could have cut the body up in all that time. What was you doing?
Listen,
you was doing the wrong thing, Chanel. 2 hours.
Not trying to do a Jeffrey Dahmer.
You gonna have to do that and put his little put his little butt in the freezer.
Listen, this was a very, very, very good episode. I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah, I think it's the daughter, so we're gonna go with the daughter
because y'all feel like it was a daughter.
The oldest daughter, because the cousin would be acting crazy. Because the way the cousin already. She would have a nervous breakdown.
Maybe that's why she wanted to put a house up, though. Maybe that's why she was adamant about doing it, because she knew something ain't right. Like maybe she was her, or maybe it's like, I don't know, child. I don't know, but that's how good this show is. It got us thinking.
Protecting the child.
Who is it? But she's protecting somebody. So who is she protecting?
Yeah, she protected somebody.
A child, or either it could be
protecting Adrian.
Adrian would take it though. If it was me. He'd have to take that machine. I'm not doing it. You know. But it's I mean, had we told the truth, we wouldn't have a story. Had we said what, we wouldn't have a story.
Right? So this is why you don't
I have to tell myself, if she tell it from the beginning, we wouldn't have the story. So it got to be twist and turn. It got to be done out of order. Which that's why the story is so good. The writers are writing, the directors are directing. They really are.
I hope them people got
So
paid.
we do have another live in like 2.2 seconds. So we're going to wrap this thing up. And Aries, let the people know what you got going on. And Monique and I will do ours at the end of our next thing.
Hey y'all, yeah, just stay tuned for more content on Reasonable Doubt. You know, just thinking of different ways that I could chop the work up. Shout out to OT with regard to this series. Stay tuned to Found, that's returning in October, early October. So yeah, other than that, y'all, I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. Thank y'all for letting me join the panel to discuss episode 4, Prime Time. I had fun talking about it with y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And everybody catch us back on our channels again. We're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 8, episode 15. So we will see y'all later.
Real 92.3.
Lama, Lama, Rebbe, Joma reads a story with